Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We're just going to wait one more minute, and we will get started.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Here.
Hi, Al Correa signing on.
Hi, Al. Thanks for joining. We're just waiting another minute or two, and we'll get started.
No problem. Literally, I got a call that snuck in, and I had to tell them I have 1.5 minutes before my conference call.
Well, thank you for making time for us.
No problem.
Okay, well, it's 12 o'clock on the dot, so we will get started. Before we dive into our agenda today, I just ask if everyone on the call could please mute their phone. That will help to avoid any feedback, unwanted feedback, audio feedback, and we'll hold questions until the end. But thank you all so much for joining us this afternoon. This is Christine Rienzo, and we're just really excited to be here with you this afternoon. Thanks for making time. So our agenda today is to walk our class chairs through an overview of our results from FY17, take a look at our goals for FY18. We'll spend a lot of time talking about our strategies and tactics and all of our great plans that we have in the works for another successful year. And then we want to leave everyone with some key dates and information about upcoming events that we don't want you to miss. So the webinar will be recorded, and we will be sharing this with everyone. So in case you miss any of it or want to share it with your fellow class chairs and correspondents and class agents, we'll be sure to share this with everyone in the next few days. So let's dive in and get started. Last year was truly about breaking records for the college, so we all thought it would be helpful to spend some time this afternoon reviewing our results. For the first time in history, the Holy Cross Fund surpassed $10 million, raising a total of $10.4 million. We also saw the highest number of donors make a gift to the college, and for the 11th consecutive year, alumni gave at a rate of 50%. As everyone on this call knows, dollars for the Holy Cross Fund directly support every student, every faculty member and program on campus. And the fund gives us the flexibility to remain current and respond to the college's changing needs, and especially help us continue to maintain our need-blind admissions policy. And just about 6 weeks ago, we welcomed the class of 2021 to Holy Cross. 819 members, the largest class in Holy Cross history. This is about 40 students more than we had originally anticipated. But I think it absolutely tells a wonderful story and puts Holy Cross in an enviable position when we see colleges and universities all across the country struggling to maintain their admissions numbers. So it puts us at an advantage. But one thing it does do is that it impacts our financial aid budget. And the strength of the Holy Cross Fund helps us year after year maintain that need-blind admissions policy. So moving on, we also saw the Crusader Athletics Fund make history as well by surpassing $2 million for the first time. And we also saw just about 58% of former student athletes make gifts to the college, which put us in first place in terms of the Patriot League in this category. We also our senior class gift reached a modern day record of 70% participation. And we've invested a really a good amount, I'd say a good amount of time and resources in bolstering our student philanthropy program and our senior class gift effort, really modeling the senior class on our reunion giving model. We've seen tremendous energy, excitement, and results. And because we made such great strides with this program, we decided last year to include the senior class into the and our overall participation numbers. When we see 70%, we know and can see that our seniors are investing early in Holy Cross, and we absolutely need to keep them engaged and involved. And so in just a few minutes, you'll hear more about what we have in the works. Finally, we raised a total of $42 million, the second largest fundraising year in the college's history. Truly a remarkable effort for Holy Cross that would not have happened without the support of our class and reunion volunteers. Fiscal year 17 was truly a year of continued momentum and record-breaking results. We had more than 250 events and programs around the world. And in unprecedented fashion, back over Veterans Day last year, Holy Cross took over what I'd say every corner of New York City for 3 days with an amazing President's Council event aboard the Intrepid, a terrific football game at the Ram Crusader Cup against Fordham at Yankee Stadium, and we saw thousands of members of the Holy Cross community come together. Fund and I believe that all of these achievements reflect the immense loyalty and dedication of the Holy Cross community, but in particular our class chair volunteers. So on behalf of the Holy Cross Fund team, we want to thank everyone on this call for your support last year and every year. It was a very busy summer for the Advancement Office. We welcomed some new team members. We moved up the hill from Haberlin to O'Kane, and as you all know, we had some really important staffing changes take place. Maggie Bramley moved into a newly created role of Director of Annual Leadership Giving. And in this role, which was really designed especially for Maggie, she will be responsible for overseeing the President's Council and for growing the President's Council in terms of both dollars and donors. Maggie is going to be working closely with our new President's Council co-chairs, Emmett and Regina Daly. Emmett is from the class of 1982, and Regina is from the class of 1987, and she will be managing and growing the President's Council Executive Committee. In this new role, Maggie will also be taking on the responsibility of overseeing and growing the Parents Fund, including managing all of those volunteer committees, the programming efforts, and the Parents Leadership Circle. And as the new director of the Holy Cross Fund, I've now assumed the overall responsibility of the fund, managing all of the day-to-day operations, including all class-based and reunion fundraising efforts, along with our volunteer training and recruitment. I'm going to be working closely to guide our new National Holy Cross Fund co-chairs, Siobhan Hanley from the class of 1990 and Andy O'Brien from the class of 1985. Together, we are going to be working to expand our ranks even further and recruit new leadership for a Holy Cross Fund Executive Committee. So please stay tuned for more information on this new committee. We'll be sending more information out from Andy and Siobhan this fall. So please be on the lookout for that. And now I'd just like to take a moment and introduce the Holy Cross Fund team. With me here today is Kelly Whalen, Alex Greeley, Turner Crowley, Peter Zona, and Shannon Wood. I'm so thrilled to be working with this team, and as I mentioned earlier, I think our results from last year are without a doubt due to the work of the volunteers, our incredible volunteers, but it's very much due to the work of this team. So you'll be hearing a little bit more from each of them in just a few minutes. So what's our roadmap to achieving 50% participation? A few years ago, Maggie, the advancement team, and the Board of Trustees spent a good amount of time talking about our participation rates and goals. And the decision was made to focus on maintaining our 50% participation rate. And what you'll see in this slide, and I think we've shared versions of this slide with our class chairs in recent months, but what you'll see in this slide is that while our participation goal has remained the same and our donor number has grown, our results year after year have been slipping slightly. 50% is getting more and more challenging to achieve as we see larger classes graduating, more and more nonprofits coming into the space. So it's without a doubt, getting more and more difficult year after year, but we think we have the right team in place and the right plan in place to achieve 50% for the 12th consecutive year. So this year, our goal in terms of dollars raised is $10.2 million, and the magic number to achieve 50% is 17,252 donors. One of the levers that we pay very close attention to is our retention rate of our live funds. If we retain our 88% retention rate of our fiscal year of 17 donors, and by the way, I have to say that 88% is by far one of the highest retention rates of the schools we compare ourselves with, and I think is really a sign of a healthy donor base. So in order to, with that 88% retention rate, we are going to need 2,681 new donors. A good portion of these new donors we expect from the class of 2018 and from our reunion classes, but we absolutely need all of our classes thinking about not only retaining LIBUNs, but also reaching out to those 1 to 2 year SIBUNs who may need additional attention. The fund office this year is also going to be spending a good amount of time and energy focusing on retaining our 90s classes, but also our youngest classes, particularly the classes that are 5 years out. And you can see what those numbers are on this slide. It's wonderful to have a senior class gift at 70% participation, but we need them to come back and give again and really get into the habit of supporting the college year after year. So one of our key strategies this year is something that you've all seen and participated in the last 2 years, and it's our winter challenge. And this year, we are going back to a model that worked really terrifically 2 years ago over winter homecoming. We are going to be holding a 43-hour challenge again on January 26th and 27th. A cross-campus working group has been formed that includes the Holy Cross Fund team, college marketing communications, athletics, and alumni relations, and plans are underway for another historic weekend. We just couldn't avoid taking advantage of winter homecoming. There are a number of activities taking place on campus that weekend. The ballroom will certainly be filled with alumni legacies at the Alumni Legacy Luncheon. The men's basketball team is playing Lehigh at 2 o'clock that Saturday, and we're planning to have our traditional class agent luncheon in the brand new atrium space in the Luce Athletic Complex. And if you haven't been there yet, this will be a terrific opportunity for you to come and check out what is just a truly impressive building. But that atrium space is by far, I think, one of the best views of Worcester. So we're really excited about that. There are 2 men's hockey games that Friday and Saturday night, those Friday and Saturday evenings against RIT. And we are planning to use the same technology partner that we've worked with the last 2 years, Give Campus. And we are also working to have another challenge pool in about the $1 to $1.5 million range. So one of the key pieces of feedback that we received last year after the I Love Holy Cross campaign is that our volunteers wanted information and training earlier. So to that effect, we've scheduled 2 additional webinars on November 29th and one on January 10th. So stay tuned for more information about that. And as we begin to flesh out the details of the challenge, we will be sure to share that with you all. So with that, I am now going to turn things over to Alex Greeley, who is going to walk us through our communications strategy for the fall.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex Greeley, Associate Director here at the Holy Cross Fund. And as Christine mentioned, I'm going to run you through the FY18 National Mail Series. In the end of September, we kicked off our series by launching a letter from the new Holy Cross Fund National Co-Chairs Javon Hanley and Andy O'Brien, where they really kicked off our Fun Year Giving series and introduced themselves to Holy Cross alumni. Closely following up with that, today our early bird mailing will be dropping. This is a new fun campaign that's meant to encourage the Holy Cross community to give early and make an immediate impact here on the Hill. This campaign is going to be present till the end of the year, and we'll be following up with early bird branded campaign materials that you'll see in your class letters. We have little buck slips designed. We have some early bird branded email templates, and we have a series of social media posts that will be on our different outlets, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook through the end of December. Following up with our early bird, we're going to be launching our more traditional 3-part National Mail series. Here it's called the Holy Cross Effect. These mailings will drop in January, March, and early June. You can see in the slide here, they're each going to feature a current student, a faculty member, and an alumni. And all of these Holy Cross community members are tied together in a unique way that really shows the large impact that a Jesuit liberal arts degree can have on the world. In between these national mails, we have a letter from Father Burroughs that will be dropping in May, where he's going to continue to encourage those who have not yet given to consider a gift to the college. Coming up very soon will be Giving Tuesday. That is the Tuesday after Thanksgiving on November 28th. Our plan here is to leverage our institutional social media accounts and have a presence on our college homepage. We're also going to have a piece in the newsroom consisting of a photo gallery of students and alumni working in service with extended captions. We're going to anchor this effort with an email to Father Burroughs that's going to go out to all alumni on the 28th, and parents who have not given yet in 2018. The messaging here is where we're going to talk about Holy Cross as the kind of place that educates thoughtful, imaginative, caring students who go on to serve others in their families, local communities, and the wider world. We're still playing with this email, but some other thoughts worth mentioning on Giving Tuesday might include how this day is a good antidote to the commercialism of Black Friday. And here at Holy Cross, we really educate students who bring their talents to their neighbors next door and across the globe. So that's really where we're headed for National Mail. And now I'm going to hand it over to Pete Zona, who's going to run through using technology to support the work.
Hi, everyone. I'm Pete Zona, and I'm the Assistant Director of the Holy Cross Fund. One of my roles is overseeing the technology that helps us to maintain our 50% participation. FY17 was a very successful first year for the Class Agent Portal. Nearly 800 alumni activated their accounts, which is a record among the institutions that utilize the portal. Additionally, we even had a user from the class of 1940, which is another record. The portal was responsible for bringing in over 300 gifts to the college. This makes up about 1 percentage point. We all know how hard each and every percentage point is to obtain. Overall, 59% of alumni who were assigned to an agent made a gift. It really shows the value of the Class Agent program. Recently conducted a portal survey to improve upon the system for FY18. One finding of the survey was that about 80% of portal users found it to be a very beneficial addition to their toolkit. Additionally, these results helped us to make some suggestions to REHER for improvements for this next year. And these include new streamlined workflow, links with Facebook, and also editable scripts, which I know a lot of people will be very happy about. Keep an eye out for chair and reunion campaigns to kick off soon. And certainly feel free to contact your Holy Cross Fund liaison with any questions about the portal. Additionally, it's a very successful year for our Phonathon program. We brought in nearly 900 gifts and updated almost 1,600 alumni records. One highlight of the program is that it educates students about philanthropy. Many of these students who do the calling for us, eventually go on to be involved with the senior class gift effort, and even become class chairs and class agents. Phonathon will be kicking off this upcoming weekend and going right up through December before we kick off again next semester. And our goal this year is to bring in 1,000 gifts for Phonathon. I'll hand it off to Shannon, and she'll talk a bit more about student philanthropy.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shannon Wood, and I'm the Kavanaugh Fellow in the Holy Cross Fund. As Christine previously mentioned, we're thrilled to say that our senior class gift and student philanthropy efforts are up and running again for this fiscal year. The class of 2018 and their senior class gift effort will build off the momentum of last year's class of 2017. This year's committee has their sights on beating last year's class and again have set a 70% participation goal. This 70% will equate to approximately 515 new donors at the college, an important target in hitting our goal of 50% participation again this year. We're working with an outstanding committee of senior student leaders ranging in representation from RAs to athletes and members of multiple registered student organizations across campus. The class has decided to dedicate their senior class gift to financial aid through a Holy Cross Fund scholarship, a program that Kelly will be talking about on the next slide. They're passionate about the project, and we're excited for them to use their influence, partnered with the help of parents on the Senior Parent Gift Committee, and some exciting technology partnerships, including Text to Give, to help them reach their goals. As part of our student philanthropy program, we will again celebrate Philanthropy Day this coming April. We use this day as an educational component to our program, teaching all of our students the importance of donor support and just how impactful philanthropy is to their Holy Cross experience. These current students will one day become the future of Holy Cross Fund, both in terms of volunteers and donors, and we're so excited to see just how bright our future will be. I'm now going to pass it over to Kelly to talk a little bit more about the Holy Cross Fund Scholar Program.
Hi, everyone. Kelly Whalen, Associate Director of the Holy Cross Fund and Director of Annual Fund Stewardship Programs. I'm here to talk a little bit about the Holy Cross Fund Scholars Program and truly how special this unique giving opportunity is for the college, as well as the impact that it has each year on the Holy Cross Fund. Some of you may support this program annually or know about its wonderful impact on our students. I would love to share with you just a brief update on our previous year's results. Last year, we acquired 30 alumni donors who supported 44 students through their generosity. A gift of $15,000 creates a named one-year scholarship for a student with financial need. This $15,000 gift is also worth noting that it impacts our reunion and class giving totals, as well as the Holy Cross Fund. This year, we hope to build on the continuous momentum and help to further build out the goals for the Holy Cross Fund by acquiring additional gifts to support the Holy Cross Fund Scholars Program. As you can see, our goal this year is to increase by 5 additional donors and support 49 students overall. There is a beautiful stewardship program that is wrapped around this opportunity to give back to Holy Cross. This year, we've launched a thank you card mailing, which will drop in our donors' mailboxes next week. It outlines the specifics of their gift, a warm thank you message, as well as brief details about the student or students that their generosity is further impacting this year. And we hope that we'll receive some really wonderful feedback as a result of that thank you mailing.
Hi, everyone. This is Turner Crowley. I started working in the Holy Cross Fund office in July. I'm an associate director. I'm really excited to be here. I just wanted to talk about a few best practices. Over homecoming weekend, we had a great number of volunteers back on campus for our award ceremony, and many of our award-winning classes were thoughtful and creative in engaging their classmates, and I wanted to share a few of their efforts with you. The class of 1988 launched a 50th birthday letter writing campaign where they shared their reflections on turning 50. Some letters were really funny and some were emotional and thought-provoking, but all of them brought the class of 1988 back together through their love of Holy Cross. Frank Bergen helped reinvigorate his class from their post-25th reunion slump with his clever and encouraging Facebook posts. He helped recreate the nostalgia of reunion even when the class wasn't back on campus. Amanda Beaver created humorous and inspirational challenge posts using the Give Campus platform, And during the I Love HC Giving Day and Final Push, she posted hourly updates throughout the day, including photos with her Holy Cross classmates and her 2 kids in purple. And we all know no one can resist a cute kid in purple. The class of 63 has gotten together for many years at the Saratoga horse races in August. And another thing of note is that Bob Fox in the class of 56 calls his class letters the Fox News, which is clever and creative. And that brings us to our next slide, the fall class letters. We would love it if you could get one in before Thanksgiving. This would give you the opportunity to utilize the early bird buck slips. And then it'd be wonderful if you could log into the ReHer Class Agent portal and set up a Give Campus account if you haven't done so already. And then your Holy Cross Fund staff liaison will be reaching out, or might have already reached out, to schedule conference calls with you to discuss goal setting and plans for engaging your class this year. Now I'm going to pass it over to Christine.
Thank you, Turner. So we have a lot of exciting events and opportunities coming up. First and foremost, we are expecting about just under 500 alumni back for the President's Council dinner that will take place this Saturday evening in Kimball Hall, which is always a wonderful evening. We are going to have a couple of those webinars coming up on November 29th and January 10th. We wanted to mention, and you all have received emails and updates from me and from the college on the Crusader moniker and mascot, and just wanted to remind folks for you to share with your classes that the deadline for receiving feedback is on November 16th. You all should have that link, but if you need it, again, please feel free to reach out to your Holy Cross Fund liaison or to me, and we'd be happy to share that with you all. Alex spent some time walking through our Giving Tuesday campaign. This is a new sort of initiative for Holy Cross. We've traditionally only sent out one email, so we're excited to expand that communication around what truly has become a national day of giving back. And finally, we wanted to mention that the Bud Ryan Room in the Luth Athletic Complex is just really a terrific space that we can take full advantage of throughout the winter sports season. We've highlighted a couple of dates here that the Holy Cross Fund will be partnering with the Crusader Athletics Fund and Athletics to host events in that space. The first evening is November 16th, and that will be a local craft beer night with some folks from reunion classes in the 3s and 8s. And then on the Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend, we will host a brunch in that space for classes in the 90s, but we would encourage all of our volunteers to, if you're in the area and would like to take advantage of any of these dates, please let us know. And then again on January 26th, which is winter homecoming, we'll be hosting a number of events that weekend, but there will be spirits and conversation in the Bud Ryan Room for the RIT men's hockey game. With that, we will open it up for any questions. And I guess there aren't any, but so with that, just once again want to thank all of our volunteers for taking time today for the work I'll be doing, not only for your class, but for the college. Thank you all so much.
Good job, girls.
Thank you.
Yeah.